I'm Jesse Draper, the Valley Girl. What does your company do? Have you ever Googled yourself?
Totally.
What makes a great entrepreneur? What's your next big idea? Tweeting's like my favorite. Let's talk business.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
oDesk is an international online platform that helps you find the right contractors remotely in order to get your work done. Gary Swart is the CEO of oDesk and quite the chef.
I'm like the Valley Girl, and here we are with Gary Swart of oDesk. So how are you doing?
I am doing so well and so happy to be here.
It's very pink. Have you noticed?
I have noticed, and I want you to notice that I'm wearing my pink shirt.
It's made my day. I'm so excited you're wearing a pink shirt. So, okay, tell me a little about what oDesk does.
So oDesk we're the world's largest and fastest growing online workplace. We enable companies to hire, manage, and pay remote talent from all over the world.
Is there any particular industry that you feel like is most popular on oDesk?
Well, from a client side, so people who need work done, we're really focused on enabling small businesses to level the playing field, to get access to talent that they can't find in their local geography, or if they can find it, like here in the Bay Area, they can't afford it.
Yeah, so, exactly.
So you know how competitive is the talent?
Especially engineers.
Especially technical talent.
Yeah.
So that brings me to the types of work. So on the client side, it's mostly small businesses. And while we started with technical work, we're getting aggressively pulled into all categories of work. So think anything that can be done in front of a computer.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything.
Anything. So imagine the possibilities.
So many possibilities.
Exactly. And so while some companies may try us for technical work, they realize how well it works, and then they say, why not QA? Why not technical writing? Why not documentation? Why not SEO, SEM, accounting, legal, finance? Again, any job that can be done remotely.
That's fantastic. And so is your main office is here in San Francisco?
We're here in Redwood City,
City.
Just down the road a little bit.
The heart of Silicon Valley.
The heart of Silicon Valley, although not as pink as here.
So you're there, but you have people you work with in how many countries?
Our business has about 90 employees in Redwood City.
Okay.
And then we eat our own cooking. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
And you went to culinary school.
Well,
right?
Well, I've taken some classes.
Taken some culinary classes.
So but we eat our own cooking in that we leverage our own workforce and our own marketplace in order to get work done. So we have about 250 contractors that come to work for us every day from around the world.
Wow.
So just an example of us using our own service. But right now, oDesk is in about 150 countries.
That's incredible. And you know, it's really cool too because you are doing technical work, and it's something I never thought of as really being a language that does connect everyone. This sort of internet thing and the idea of engineers, it doesn't matter what language you speak, like they all have to connect on the computer.
That's exactly right. So the internet is really the plumbing of the pipes that are enabling platforms like oDesk to reach globally. And with things like Skype and with some of the tools and technologies that are out there, we're seeing this as a really global workplace. And yeah, it doesn't matter where you are, you can communicate via the internet.
Where do you see oDesk headed? What is your vision?
Well, our vision, if you look, we have more than $350 million of work going through the platform today. On an annual basis. And we think it's unbounded. I mean, if you think of all work types, all size companies globally, that's a massive market that's really ripe for disruption. Right. And companies are looking for better ways to get work done. People are looking for ways to make money, and the internet enables this. Yeah. And so we think that by the year 2020, there'll be more than $10 billion of work going through a platform like oDesk being done by over 2 million people. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with them.
So I want you to walk me through exactly, how this works, for someone who wants to use oDesk. Because my brother, I was telling you before, my brother has this great tech company he started. I love high fives. Did you know that?
No, but I'm happy I was able to oblige.
I've never had someone high five me.
Well, there you have it. I'm just thrilled that your brother uses oDesk, and hopefully you're going to tell me he's had great results.
He definitely has seen great results.
Good.
So he found someone through you in Bangladesh, and he talks to him every night. So he works sort of all night, which is really funny. I think a lot of engineers work all night.
Yep.
But so they talk all night and they Skype and everything like that. But he found him through oDesk, and he works with him just all the time. And now he's become literally a huge part of his company. He just runs all of his tech. So how does that work? So, you know, you need someone to do a job like that. You go on your site.
So a client, like your brother,
Yes.
needs work done, can't find a good programmer here in Silicon Valley. So he goes on oDesk and he posts his requirement. And his requirements could be, need a good PHP programmer for the next 6 months, 20 hours a week. And lo and behold, there's tremendous talent all over the world, especially in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Interesting, before 2009, Bangladesh was virtually zero on oDesk. And today it's the third largest client or contractor country on oDesk.
Wow.
So just amazing talent.
Yeah.
And we're seeing really interesting things like the, you know, PhD level engineers. And unfortunately, there's no jobs in Bangladesh.
Right.
So your brother posts his job, he'll get 30 applicants within a day. We'll give him the tools to whittle that list down to the ones that are most qualified.
Okay.
So think of it as applicant tracking system.
Right.
And a way to chat and communicate back and forth and test and verify the skills of the contractor. Then we're going to help them to hire the contractor and contract. What are you going to do? What am I going to do?
Right.
And then we handle all manage and pay aspects. oDesk guarantees work to the client and guarantees payment to the contractor.
That's great.
So we act as this workplace where we can guarantee work to you. We're going to give you tools and technologies to guarantee that the work is actually happening. And then we can guarantee payment to the contractor at the end of that week.
That is really fantastic. It makes it much easier too. And like you were saying, you know, labor here for someone like a technical, you know, officer of some sort is just so expensive, especially in Silicon Valley. You know, the rates for engineers, I think like at Facebook and Google and all these places, they pay, engineers are one of the highest paid jobs. It's crazy.
Right. And you know, it's not only the money, it's access to talent in the first place. Right. So first of all, Facebook has to find good engineers.
Exactly.
And then they have to compete against the likes of Google and Zynga and everybody else, right?
Right.
And for small businesses, they just don't, it's just really hard.
Right.
One, they have to be able to find the talent and
find
then
the talent
attract.
and be able to afford it.
Right. And lo and behold, there's all this great talent in Bangladesh and in the Philippines and maybe even in Flint, Michigan. But traditionally or historically, we focused on bringing the worker to the work.
Right.
We're focused on more H-1B visas.
That's good. Bring the worker to the work.
Bring the worker to the work. Let's import more people to Silicon Valley, but it's expensive to move here and to live here and the like. So we're focused on bringing the work to the worker, right? And we're doing that via the internet, which we think makes a lot of sense.
The internet is just magical.
Isn't it great?
Isn't it? Okay, if you work to give one piece of advice to a young entrepreneur starting out, what would you say?
Geez, I mean, I can only give one.
You can give three if you'd like, but what is the most important one?
I think the one becomes more relevant. I would say focus. And I think focus is really important to, you know, first you need a product market fit. You have to make sure that there's a market for the thing that you're doing.
Right.
And then once you determine that market and you go full speed ahead, make sure that you don't try and do too much. I have a failed startup, and I have a good friend who says,
you know, I don't believe in failed startups, because I think that means that you've had, I think someone told me once that in being an entrepreneur, when you fail, it means it's the only business that you can say you're experienced.
Exactly. Well, that's exactly what my friend says. He said, experience is what you get when you don't get all the other things you want.
Right.
So I had a very rich experience at my last company. And that's just, I think that better prepared me for what happened at oDesk. But the lesson I learned there was lack of focus.
Okay.
We were trying to be dessert topping and floor wax.
Too many things.
Too many things. And if we had just picked
what was
one
it? What
of
was
those
the
things,
startup?
The startup was called IntelliBank.
Okay.
And it was an intelligent bank of your knowledge. Essentially, it was kind of like a little company called Dropbox. So 7 years early and not focused.
Did you hear that we had them here today?
I did not know that.
Oh,
but
that's so
just huge kudos for brilliant execution
Right.
by focusing on one thing and doing it really, really well. And we were trying to do too many things. We were trying to do document management and relationship management and workflow
Oh, wow.
and, you know, all of this stuff. And if we had just picked one thing, not that we would have execute on the one thing, but we would have had a better
start
shot.
do one thing really, really well.
Yes.
And then you could branch out and maybe create another product, but you focus on that very first one.
Yeah, focus.
That's a really good piece of advice. I've never had anyone say that. I think that's true. You do have to be very, very focused.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to learn that the hard way, right?
But you learned it.
But we learned it, so.
And then you used that.
We used that wisdom gained at oDesk, right?
Definitely.
To focus on a core set of customers with a distinct value.
I heard that you were going to teach me how to cook something.
Yes, I would love to.
I'm so excited. So what are we going to cook?
I didn't want to burn down your house, so we're going to assemble spring rolls. So we have some rice paper. You have one and I have one.
Okay.
We have some rice noodles, some bean sprouts, some carrots, some shrimp, some peanut sauce. We've got some lettuce and some mint. So why don't we pull that out?
Okay.
And then the rest is just fun.
Magic.
Really,
Fun.
it's just
I love
assembling the ingredients. I'm going to add a few shrimp.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a little bit of shredded carrot.
I love carrots.
Okay.
You know,
so
they're good for your skin. They
good
also
for
help
your
you
eyes,
see
right?
better.
Yeah. And
But if you
rabbits
eat
love
too
them.
many, you turn orange.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
I've
you
never
better
had that
you
problem.
better
I'm going to go easier.
Go light
now.
on those.
The
You're
fresh
making this so nice.
summer.
I've just been dumping it.
Yeah,
Just
yours is more like the taco
it's
salad.
the artistic
Yeah.
version.
For our friends at home, should we show them
What a real
let's show them the product.
overstuffed.
Yours looks great. No, it's
Mine
good.
do
It's
too.
good. So here's our spring roll.
This is the beautiful version. This is the Valley Girl version.
That
the
is
overstuffed
totally
version.
awesome. So cheers.
Cheers, spring roll, cheers. Oh, this is so good.
I'm saying
Big bite, big bite.
totally awesome.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
And I'm like Gary Swart of oDesk.
Those were some good spring rolls.
And now it's time for your Ditz moment.
1 second before I was like, I'll try and do it Valley Girl style, but I didn't have it. It would have come out like British or something. It would have been like, and I'm like Gary Swart of oDesk. No,